Average Gambian since the advent of the July 22nd revolution in 1994, Mr. President, you make us realize that the size and location of a country does not have any bearing on its development, but one needs to be focused and determined in order to attain meaningful development. I therefore call on all Gambians, irrespective of tribe, religion, or political affiliation, to join your able government in promoting your vision and dreams toward our Vision 2020 development blueprint. Intending pilgrims to this year's Hajj are attending what has now become an annual pre-Hajj sensitization process. The two-day event is organized by the national carrier, Gambia International Airlines, and the Hajj Commission, and is premised on preparing pilgrims for the rigors of the spiritual journey. Our farmer Kanye attended day one of the exercise, and he now tells us more.
Prepare for this year's Hajj. Intending pilgrims in the Gambia have been put through their paces in what has now become an annual pre-Hajj exercise. The two-day sensitization process is organized by the national carrier, Gambia International Airlines, and the Hajj Commission, and it involves extensive preparations. Being a religious requirement upon every Muslim at least once in a lifetime, Muslims who have both the financial strength and physical condition prepare adequately to embark on this important religious journey. The Amir-ul-Hajj, Dr. Mbaye Kebaka, noted the significance of the event, especially for the intending pilgrims who will be flying to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in few days' time.
This gathering is very important because it is now coming a history or a habit with the Hajj Commission and between Hajj Commission and GIA. By this time, every year, we must have this sensitization, and this gathering is the first part of the simulation, and which is as a whole a part also of the sensitization, because we have to sensitize the pilgrims before going to Mecca, and that will ease their walk there in Mecca. Then this gathering is very important because it is to know each other and to advise them what to do and what not to do, what the preparation and where GIA has go. It has go far away now because everything is in place, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. We are just waiting the visa team to come and then put the visas on in the passports and their day of traveling, inshallah.
He called on all would-be pilgrims to get all the preparations needed to make the journey a success. Dr. Carr also stressed the need for pilgrims to inculcate the spirit of oneness and unity during the course of the Hajj.
I'm advising them just to prepare themselves spiritually, morally, financially, and this is all because we are going to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is a worship which you gathered your physical ability and your financial ability. Then they have to prepare for it, and it is not easy also. They will not think that it is just sleeping, then eating, chatting. No, it is walking. It is a walk. It's a walk, and this is very hard also. So everything is in place there. We have very good accommodation in Mecca and Medina. We are close to the harams, inshallah, and we think that inshallah the pilgrims will find their ease there, inshallah.
Imam Abdullah Fati spoke of the regulations which require intending female pilgrims who are denied by the Saudi authorities to perform the Hajj without male guides, and in this case, close relatives. He advised the pilgrims to make best use of the facilities at their disposal. Meantime, officials of the national carrier are calling on all intending pilgrims to ensure that they complete all paperwork to avoid any inconvenience. Next up for the intending pilgrims is the various rehearsal steps to be performed at various locations in the Greater Banjul area. Famarakani, Grts News.
Youth groups from across the country have been engaged in this year's U.S. Embassy-sponsored drama competition, which has its theme centered on building a culture of democracy and human rights principle. Rohi Bitey saw the participants showcase their talents on stage, and she prepared this report.
Initiative for Development, KATE, has over the years been participating in youth development in the country, and the latest among them was the hosting of a drama competition on the theme Building a Culture of Democracy and Human Rights Principles, which was aimed at discussing issues of democracy and human rights among young people. 4 different organizations were competing on different topics affecting youth in the society relating to democracy and human rights. The organizations, namely Serekunda Central Red Cross Link, showcased their talent on children with disabilities, United Guidance Youth for Development, Acting on Corruption, and Lend a Hand Society on Early Marriage, and the Soninke Drama Group on Domestic Violence Against Women. The day's forum gathered important personnel from the National Youth Council and other institutions who also gave their views on the theme.
And I want to start by saying that the Children and Community Initiative for Development is a youth-led organization striving towards child and community development in the most sustainable way. Since its establishment in 2006, we've been carrying out a series of activities, from advocacy activities to capacity building, to research activities on human rights and, of course, human development interest stories.
Hence, we the young people are in our molding stages. If we have the right information, as in the right discussions with regards to human rights principles, with regards to democratic principles, it will go a long way in helping or shaping our understanding. And we believe that these informations and ideologies, like I said, if they are imparted in us now, this can help shape our lives. As a result, we want to tell the young people, especially those present here, that at the end of the day, we have to cherish the Gambia as our dearly loved country, because it is here we have.
Today's activities serve as a platform to access understanding and create awareness for youth organizations, majority of whom are students on human rights issues for young people to interact and discuss issues on democracy and human rights. Today, democracy and human rights are universal values that should be vigorously promoted around the world. They are integral to effective work on poverty, alleviation, and conflict prevention and resolution. And that is why my embassy is committed to supporting such activities. Human rights are those rights that belong to every individual.
It was a spectacular event gathering young people from various organizations within the country. The Soninke Drama Group emerged victorious and received a trophy. First runner-up went to Serekunda Central Red Cross Link, and UGYD went home as second runner-ups. The best actor and actress went to Pamudu Yafa of Serekunda Central Red Cross Link and Yajabu Mane of UGYD. Events like such will not only showcase the talent of the youths, but also create an avenue for interaction through us, those educating the public on issues affecting youths, and find ways of tackling them. Rahibite, Grts News.
2 Gambian films are presently competing at a week-long Club Ivoire Film Festival in the Ivory Coast. It's also the first time an English-speaking country takes part in the movie award, formerly limited to Francophone countries. Our Ibrahim Jata has the look at the film industry's maiden journey to a reputable motion picture festival.
In 2012, the Director General of the NCAC was invited by the Ivory Coast Office of the Cinematography, that is ONAC.
That was the event which got the ball rolling, setting the pace for the country's first participation in a major film festival.
For me, I like challenges, and that is why when it came up, I said, let's go for it. It may not be easy for the first time. Perhaps it will take some time before we get adapted to the realities of the international arena. But after some time, we'll make a mark.
It all started years ago through a considered program driven by cultural officials at the National Center for Arts and Culture. And now 2 Gambian films are all set to compete at the 12th edition of the Club Ivoire, a festival of short movies designed to promote talent among young and amateur filmmakers in West Africa.
Am I not your mother? Was I not circumcised? Did I not circumcise your elder sister?
But it is an old practice in Nigeria.
It's the first time a Gambian film production is shortlisted in a major motion picture festival, and authorities realize it could be the big break, raising the local cinematic scene to a global pedestal.
I'm really overjoyed to be part of an institution whose film, perhaps for the first time, has been selected to represent this country outside.
Created by an imagined movie group called iClick, Abandon the Knife portrays the ills of female genital mutilation. The second film relates the tale of the popular musical instrument